Hi, today let's talk about the Catcher game. It is one of the most used game by brands to showcase more about their products or to educate about their brand. So like here you see this brand has created this fun game where you have to collect goodies and their products and you have to dodge the other elements like acne, dullness, which is a way for brand to educate users what their products fight against or what their products are useful against. So it's a great way to engage users, stand out, and at the same time educate also them more about your brand. So let's see how we can completely customize this game for your own use case. So when I go to the editor, I see this game. I see these different objects. So the first set of objects that you see, these are elements to catch, which means these are the elements which a user needs to catch to score more points in the game. And the last three are negative elements. So these are the elements that a user needs to dodge or avoid. Otherwise, they score negative points. So what you can do is you can select each one of these object and set your own product here or anything else that you want to add. Even if you're using it for educational purpose, you can add certain, say, healthy foods that a child should eat versus non-healthy foods that they should avoid. Anyhow, that's like different interesting ways you can use it. I'd select the first object in the canvas and say replace it with some goodies from my catalog. Again, same way I can select another object in the canvas and replace it with something else. Either replace it from the library if you have already you have that image already uploaded, and otherwise go to Unsplash, look for objects that you want to add. This is a public library, and of course then you can upload your own graphic in case you don't have any of these images already there. While uploading, just take care of these dimensions because it's best to be closer to these dimensions to get best quality output here. And when you are uploading your graphics, it would the games would look significantly nicer if you use transparent images, as in object images without any background. So here you see this bag doesn't have a background, it's a transparent image. So while adding a graphic, just ensure that you remove the background. So I can like select now each of these elements and add different graphics. So as you see, when I'm selecting these elements, this tab is also rotating at the top, element 1, element 3. So either you can navigate from here or you can navigate just from the canvas also while you are designing. So as I click on that object, this opens where I can upload or add a graphic. Right now, when I click on object, the library is little different because in certain games every object has a different dimension. In this game, all these objects have the same dimension, so not a detail that relevant for this game. So now that I have set all the positive elements, I'll go to the negative ones. So negatives are the ones which a user needs to dodge or avoid, otherwise they will score negative points. So maybe I'll add this firecracker here to just give a feel of like something you need to avoid. Right now I'm setting all these images to be same. I can set a different image also, so they can be different negative elements. And then I let's set this one a little different. Then I can set the collecting bowl or collecting box or whatever you want that object to be, which is collecting all these goodies. This is the box that you need to move left and right to collect these goodies. So through your navigation, you need to move it left and right to catch these goodies. Maybe I'll replace it with the box. Again, I can upload my own graphic. Again, there's like recommended dimensions to get the best quality output. Keep it closer to this dimension. Otherwise, it will just, if you put an image with larger dimension than this, we will auto adjust and put it in this place. So one thing to note is this: these objects you can't move around because these are like game specific objects, and the entire mechanics is dependent on it. So here it is visible in the canvas, obviously, to give you visibility of how the objects would look. but you can't like resize them. Otherwise, imagine if I make this bag of really large, then the entire game would look very odd and the mechanics will be disturbed. So these have to be fixed in size. What you can now go ahead and change is the background. So maybe I want to add my logo here. I can delete and add my own logo, whatever that. I'm just adding a dummy logo here. If I want to change the background, I can again select the background in the canvas and look for any relevant image. Let me select a lighter color. So I can go ahead and select this image. I can fit this image in the entire background. Or if I want that this should come in the entire canvas, I can just click on this expansion icon and it fits in the entire background. I can add more elements on the top of it, like I can add anything extra in the background that I want to add to make it look more beautiful and closer to brand. So I can maybe add a thin yellow strip at the top. So this is just to for demo purposes to kind of tell you what how you can design the games to make them look visually more appealing and make uh, the it also more closer to your brand. So now we have that you have changed the core of the game. You can go ahead and change the end screen. End screen is the screen which is visible just after user finishes the game. So this game has a timer of 30 seconds. In 30 seconds you have to score as many positive points and avoid negative points as possible. And then in the end screen you can add more details about your brand or product. This is your action screen, where after having really fun, great, engaging experience, knowing more about your products, you can just tell your more about your brand or show the key or flagship product or catalog, and also add a call to action here. Clicking on this, people will either visit your website, catalog, or a newsletter, whichever is relevant for you. So this is your call to action and you can embed the link here. The interesting thing about end screen is you can show different end screens to a user basis how much they are scoring. So in case you say to add the more excitement to it, maybe only when users score uh, 0 to 100 I want to show this product, or I want to show say I add this product, maybe I want to show this product, and I also want to show certain offer, like this is like minimum score offer. I can change the design of this, so I'll come to the design bit later on how to design all these components. But what I have done is basis score the user achieved, I have set a coupon code which is 10%. Maybe to make it more clear, I will add text also, which is hey, you just congrats, you won 10% off. So I've added this text. Again, I'm not spending a lot of time editing all of these. Obviously, these don't look great right now, but since I just need to show you the entire steps, I'll leave this bit for you to explore. It's fairly easy. Now this is one scenario when I'm scoring between 0 to 100, but maybe when I'm scoring higher, I want to show another offer. Maybe I want to give 20% off. So these are two different screens. When I go to first screen, I see 10%, this, and when I go to this screen, I show this. I can edit this screen differently. I can maybe show a different product here. So here I can add maybe another kind of product. So you can completely set these screens completely differently basis the score. You can even add different call to action both the screens. So for all practical purposes, these are two different screens which is visible basis how much you are scoring. If you want to delete the screen, you can just click on delete. Yeah, so once the end screen is set, and you have set different end screens, you can, all of this is optional. If you don't want to offer any coupon, you can just remove it. I know it is says second discount, but it doesn't mean you have to mandatorily add a discount. You can also add a lead collection form. So just click on advanced screen tabs and click on lead form. So advanced screens have all these additional types of screens that you can add. So here, as soon as I add lead form, a lead form is added just before the end screen. So before you show the final call to action, you can say, hey, just give us a few details to claim a reward, or whatever you want that nudge to be, if you want that to be at all. And then you can collect these fields. In case you want to delete any of these fields, just click on delete and it deletes. So so this is how you set the lead screen. You can add a deleted field back from this plus button, and you can set the color of the buttons. You can set the text of the button. You can set the boundary of the button. This is a boundary icon. Maybe the boundary should be thick and it should be yellow in color. So see, you see the boundary. Maybe the background is different. So um, by the way, background, you can click on background and you can just delete it. The entire canvas is very interactive. So if you're clicking anywhere, the relevant action is opening up. So here I have deleted the background. I can set a solid color also here in case I don't want to add any image. I can just set this color. Um, so this is the way lead screen is also set. I can now save when you are finished. So it doesn't auto save right now. So just click on save and it'll save the entire changes that you have done. Before publishing, if you want to integrate with any of these platforms, you can follow those steps. Since you are collecting leads, you can integrate with MailChimp. You can publish and then you get options to publish the game. You can use the URL anywhere on social media, SMS, WhatsApp. You can directly share this URL. In case you don't want to use Rhyme branding, just add your own custom domain. Click on this to follow the steps to add your own domain. You can embed the games on website. Either you can use this embed code and directly embed this code on any component of your website, maybe within a banner or within any visual on the website where you want to show this game. You can just embed this code. In case you want to show as a floating widget, a floating widget is where you show a floating icon on the right hand side of the screen. When you click on it, the pop-up opens where you see the game. So you can add it this way also. Just copy this code in your Shopify or WordPress, whichever platform you are using, and it will automatically add a floating widget icon. Or you can use the URL to run an ad on Instagram, or if you run ads on Instagram, you must be aware you can embed a URL where you have an image or a video, and you can embed this URL. Clicking on this, people can immediately start playing the game. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the experience. Thank you.